you know about Retro Ghetto? Collecting and playing retro. Lock into the Retro Ghetto.
Hi everybody and welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. So I consider myself a collector. Mrs. Retro Ghetto would consider me a hoarder, but one thing is not in doubt, and that's that I'm a hunter. I love the thrill of the chase. I love going out, and part of that is finding items that are under market value. In order to do that, I have to keep abreast of the current trends and what's currently on a trajectory in terms of what's going up in value and what you can still pick up at a low price. I'm going to have some resellers mad at me for this video because I'm going to be sharing some secrets and I'm going to be giving you some items that I believe are worth picking up now. Whether it's items you wish to add to your collection before you have to pay too much for them, or whether like myself you want to trade or flip these items so that you can add to your own collection, or if you just want to make some cold hard cash. As I always say, I don't knock the hustle, you do whatever you want to do. And as always, there's no guarantee. Do not go out and spend your winter utility bill money on these items thinking you're going to be rich in a few months' time. It doesn't work like that. I'm simply going to be giving you some items that I personally would just keep a lookout for next time you're on one of your hunts, whether it's car boots, charity shops, or browsing eBay. And make sure you watch the whole video because I'm going to be giving away one of the items that I'm going to be highlighting on the list.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so we're going to kick off the list with a video game related item. I wanted to give you guys a console and a library that I think it's worth picking up the games for now. It'd be very easy of me to sit here and say Wii U, having recently completed my full Wii U set and gone through that journey. And to be honest, yes, if you bought Wii U games now, they're probably still going to increase in value. However, it has been on an upward trajectory for some time, and whilst there probably is still some room to grow, it's nowhere near as cheap as it was, and I would not necessarily highlight that as being something that you should invest in right now. Equally, I recently made a video advising you guys to pick up some Xbox 360 games. That's another market in which I think will increase in the next few years. Again, I've already made a video highlighting some of those games, and there will be another video down the road, so keep it locked to the Retro Ghetto for that one too. But again, it'd be too easy, so that's not the system I'm going to be highlighting today either. The system I've chose to highlight is the Nintendo Wii. And the reason that I've chose to highlight the Nintendo Wii is the 7th biggest selling console of all time. It sold over 101 million units, and to put that in some sort of perspective, the GameCube only sold 22 million units worldwide. So those numbers highlight just how popular the Nintendo Wii was at the time. It was one of the only consoles that wasn't just popular with gamers, but even your mum, your nan, your neighbour, everybody had one, right? Everybody was playing bowling. The active and inactive alike were both benefiting from the Nintendo Wii. Like all things with nostalgia and collectability, it comes in waves and cycles. Now the Nintendo Wii was released in 2006. So people that were age, 10 to 20 at that time, they're going to be 30 to 40 in 2026. It's inevitable that with that many units sold, there's going to be a lot of people that have a lot of love and nostalgia for the system. Once you get to 30, 40, that's typically when you're going to have expendable income. There's going to be a hell of a lot of people out there with very fond memories playing the Nintendo Wii with their families. And as time goes on, they're going to start having that nostalgia for it. I expect the market to increase as time goes on. Also, this myth that the Nintendo Wii doesn't have any good games outside of the few staple first-party titles is diminishing. I think more and more people are starting to realise that whilst there is a lot of shovelware on the Nintendo Wii, there's also a lot of good games, dare I even say hidden gems, that are starting to come more and more to the forefront. For those reasons, I think now is the time to pick up some Nintendo Wii games. I can only see it going up in value. And let's not forget the fact it's Nintendo. The name alone carries weight. Anything Nintendo will increase in value over time. I don't expect Nintendo Wii to buck that trend.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so this next thing is probably something that we all still own, and if you're anything like me, you've probably got huge regrets of allowing the missus into talking you to get rid of your collection a few years back, and that is music CDs. In 2021, sales for music CDs grew for the first time in 17 years. There's a well-known website called Discogs, which is probably like the market leader in buying physical copy of music, and that saw a 37% increase in 2020. I've seen CDs selling in charity shops for as little as 10 for a pound. More commonplace is 3 for a pound. Either way, they are very, very cheap, and they're never going to be cheaper than they are now. People are pretty much giving them away. Now, I'm not saying rush out and buy every Britney Spears CD that you can get your hands on. What I would say is look for the more niche categories. Personally, I'm a big hip-hop fan, so I like to hunt for hip-hop. But the same applies to heavy metal, gospel, whatever it is that you're into. That's the thing about music. Everybody loves it, and everyone loves their own certain genre of it. I'm sure there's a genre of music that you're more well versed in than others, and for me the advice would be go down that route. Pick up the things that you love, because the chances are other people will love it as well. Pick up the older CDs, pick up the more niche artists, pick up the things that probably had a limited print run. If in doubt, eBay is your best friend. There's an eBay app available right there on your phone at a click of a couple of buttons. Next time you're in a charity shop and you're looking through CDs and you think, oh yeah, I remember that, or this one might have been, Just simply check eBay sold listings and all the information will be there for you. As I started recently collecting hip hop CDs again myself, I'm often coming across albums that are selling for £10, £15 on eBay, and I can't find them cheaper anywhere. If you go into charity shops and you can pick these up for what, 10 pence each? There's a lot of money you can be made, and I anticipate that the market will grow. The reason I say that is because CDs just work. There's never been a better physical media for music. Whilst they're not as sexy and as desirable as vinyl, and I'm not saying that they ever will be, they're just brilliant, aren't they? You can't beat a CD. It plays fantastic, it doesn't take up much room, and physically it's never been bettered in terms of functionality. Whilst researching for this video, I've read articles both from NME and The Guardian talking about the resurgence of CDs. I'm going to put links in the description below so you can check them out for yourselves. My advice, just pick up the music that you love and it might just increase in value over time.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so the next thing that I want to highlight has already taken off to some extent in the States, but we're a little bit behind here, which is good because I've been purchasing these recently on eBay, but it's time for me to share my secrets with you. And that is official merchandise for video games, and in particular t-shirts. I'm not talking about the t-shirts you can buy at Asda or Sainsbury's that say Street Fighter on or whatever it may be, Minecraft at Primark. I'm talking about the official promotional t-shirts that usually came out to launch a video game. In terms of why I think it's going to go up in value, all you have to do is go on eBay and look at sold listings and look at the American listings compared to ours. They're already ahead of the curve and quite often we follow in their trajectory. Not only that, there's been a huge upsurgence here in the UK in terms of retro and vintage clothing. If you go to a city centre now, on almost every corner you see a vintage clothing store, and the younger cool kids are all wearing clothes that we threw away about 30 years ago. And if you add that to the resurgence of retro video games, you put the two together, I think it's an inevitability. Not only that, these t-shirts are cool as all hell, and actually I'm going to be giving away one for you guys today. I've got one here that I picked up, and this was to launch the promotion of Super Metroid Other M. So just things that you need to look out for. You can see it's got the Wii branding on it, and that shows to me that this was an official promotional t-shirt. Most promo t-shirts will highlight the system that it's out for, and they're often just Fruit of the Loom. This is in medium. Again, you can see it says out now, and it's not just promoting Metroid, it's promoting that game specifically. I'll be putting an overlay of this t-shirt on the screen now. Just simply put in the comments that you would like to win the t-shirt, and I'll enter all you guys into a random raffle, and one of you could be winning this Metroid Other M Nintendo Wii t-shirt in size medium.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, so the last thing I want to highlight has already started going up in value. The chances of you finding these on eBay cheap are somewhat diminishing, even though I've had a couple of finds myself quite recently, so it's not impossible. But the reason I want to highlight this is more so because you can still find them in charity shops and car boot sales, and that is retro football shirts. The retro and vintage football shirt market has gone through the roof in the last couple of years, largely because of the high prices that brand new football shirts are commanding. I recently went to buy a football shirt and it was £100, which is just crazy to me. And of course the aforementioned boom in retro and vintage clothing generally. It's also been highlighted by YouTubers such as Away Days, who often put out a lot of content about collecting retro vintage football shirts. All those things together combined have meant that the trajectory is well on its way. However, I wanted to mention it, as I've already said, because you can still pick them up. I've had a couple of finds in the last, I think, 4 months in charity shops that have been quite profitable on eBay, and that then allowed me to buy football shirts for my own collection that I want to add. And it isn't just the football shirts themselves, you also want to be keeping a lookout for official jackets, coats, pre-match warm-up gear, whatever it may be. The older the better, and it's also very important to check that there's a good name and number on the back. The name and number on the back is crucial in terms of how valuable the shirt may or may not be. As I said with this one, the trajectory is well underway. The chances of finding bargain after bargain on eBay is very slim, but I wanted to highlight it because you can still find them in car boots and charity shops at this time. Give it another year or two, you won't be finding any anywhere unless you want to pay good money for them. So make sure you go and check your lofts, check the name and numbers you've got on the back, because you might just be sitting on a gold mine.
Retro Ghetto.
Okay, that's it. That's as many secrets as I'm willing to give out today. Make sure you keep it locked to the Retro Ghetto, as I will be doing another one of these videos in the future. There's lots of other things that I'm currently keeping abreast of in the marketplace that are currently on the rise. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think is going up in value, or if you're going to be keeping a lookout for any of the items that we've aforementioned today. As always, I appreciate everyone for taking the time to watch. Play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you on the next one.
Retro Ghetto.